Todd, why is Steven's chair empty today?
I don't know.
Where is he?
Maybe he wanted McDonald's again today.
Maybe.
Would be amazing.
Maybe. What is that noise?
Oh my God! Oh my God!
Who the hell is that guy? This is a Jewish household.
No! Real Christmas came.
I got some gifts for you guys.
What?
Ho! Let's see what we got here.
That's Steven's chair.
Well, I will be using it for right now.
It should be about the same place according to your gut.
I heard you are gluten-free, Todd.
Yeah, all right, I am Santa.
So I got you some wheat bread. That's for you, Todd. Here you go. Let's see. Daniel's son.
Daniel's son.
I got something for you. Is it in here?
Oh, look it.
No,
No,
it's not in
that.
here.
It can't be that.
Not that. Oh, look at this. Dan, you like this, don't you? I got you a nice one.
There you go.
Come over here and pick that up, buddy.
Wait, is
Santa,
that
your
from my
beard-
bathroom, Santa?
No, of course not.
Did you take my 1972 Playboy?
Santa, what are those stains under your arms? Did you swim here? Did you swim here, Santa?
Let's see. 1, 2, that's
Jew?
about it.
That's
all
it,
I
right?
got today,
yeah,
guys.
yeah.
One, two, Jew.
One,
Have
two,
a very
Jew.
Merry Christmas. You
Thank
too,
you.
of course.
Thank you
Yeah.
for bringing the real holiday back.
Of course,
Christmas.
of course. Have a great Merry Christmas,
Merry
everybody.
Christmas, Santa.
Santa.
Thank you.
Santa, I don't get anything?
Thank you, Santa.
Can't forget that.
Santa,
no,
I
don't leave that here.
See-
I love you, Santa.
We
I
always-
love you.
always get left
Yeah.
out. The Jews always get left out on this holiday.
Well, you know.
Let me do an intro.
All right.
Jared Polin, FroKnowsPhoto.com, and welcome to the... Wait, is that how I do? Jared Polin, FroKnowsPhoto.com, and welcome to RAWtalk, episode 209.
The Christmas special.
No, it's the holiday
Christmas. Hey.
It's the Hanukkah special.
It's the Christmas special with a
Hanukkah
little bit of
special.
Hanukkah. It's the Christmas special
Hanukkah.
with a
See
little.
Santa?
I did.
I just saw him.
That was amazing.
Yeah, he gave me this nice red outfit.
Holy jeez.
It's the Hanukkah special.
And apparently he gave you Kanye's necklace.
Represent.
You mean Trump Kanye?
Exactly.
Sorry, guys. I didn't mean to
Wow.
run late.
Look at you, man.
My bad.
Looks
My bad.
Good.
So first off, welcome to the
Christmas special.
Hanukkah edition.
Christmas
Merry
special.
Christmas.
Hanukkah edition
Christmas.
of RAWtalk. Wait, I have to ask, did anybody put some towels underneath Steven's chair?
Oh my God, I'm sweating so much right now. There's a
No.
little
To
puddle
catch
under
up
here.
all the puddle of
I apologize.
So let's first talk about the beautiful decorations that Dan did.
Very nice.
Starting on the table, we've got candles.
What is this?
It's a love dreidel.
Yeah, it looks like a love candle. That's nice. I like candles.
What is this thing?
Little Charlie Brown Christmas
Charlie
tree.
Brown Christmas tree.
And I've got my
And
menorah.
some bong things, some single hitters.
I've got my menorah.
No, that's a group hitter, right?
It's poop. What is that?
A group hitter.
It's a menorah.
Menorah?
What's a menorah?
Manure?
I got this in Jerusalem.
They have a lot of cow poop there.
I've got my dreidel. This was my mom's dreidel. I made it out of clay, and when it's dry and ready, oh, dreidel, I shall play. Hey, dreidel, 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 I made you out of clay, and when you're dry and ready, oh, dreidel, I shall play. That's the dreidel song. It's a way for you to make money. Dan came in
How
early.
ironic.
Look at Dan over there, everybody.
Ho, ho, ho.
He's a mess. You are an elf all day today.
He's like a Dr. Seuss elf or something.
What's going to be messed up is when we make you wear that outfit every week now.
I have to say, the holiday lights look very nice.
They do
They look
good.
great, yeah.
Holiday
It's
lights.
impressive.
The Christmas lights.
Christmas
Holiday.
lights.
Christmas.
They are Christmas
Oh my
lights.
God, I got
yeah.
lights all around my windows.
Yes.
Yeah, the Christmas lights, yeah.
Can you leave them,
It's a
Dan?
Christmas miracle.
Can we leave them? Like,
It does look good.
It does.
No lie.
I always love the feel of lights. There's always like a very homey vibe.
let's buy them after the holidays so they're less expensive.
Yeah.
It's because Hanukkah Harry hasn't been here yet.
He hasn't stopped by. He's still negotiating.
Oh my God.
At B&H.
It should be Hanukkah Bernie. Hello, what you're going to get for Hanukkah is socialized everything. So we're going to spread a gift. We're going to cut it in 8 pieces, and you're going to get one every night of the week.
Nope.
Hanukkah
Sure.
Bernie.
Nope, I'm selfish on Christmas. Everything's for me.
So what else? Should we get into the show?
Yeah.
Or
Well, we do have Christmas presents.
You
I
said-
brought you some presents.
are there holiday gifts?
Christmas gift.
Christmas
All right,
presents.
where are these?
Yeah, I didn't get you Hanukkah anything.
Where
The
are they?
Christmas present. Elf.
Look at the ball in front of his face.
All right, Elf. See the big pile right there? Like
Look at
right
those
to the
jingle
left.
balls.
To the left.
Don't bend down too far, or we might see.
All right.
Is that going right here on the table?
Whose are these? Are these from Todd or is this from
these
Dan?
are all from me, and they got to be divvied out appropriately. So Dan, the bottom one, the very bottom one, should go to Jared first. So let's open that up, so everybody can see that.
I hope it's just a picture of Todd's face.
It's a picture just of me.
It
Is
probably
it?
is.
Why would you say
Why
that?
would I say that and ruin the surprise? It's going to be a Christmas miracle, I think.
You know what? I thought maybe it was that video you sent me.
Oh, the very important email, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. All right.
Here it comes. Here it comes. This is going to be really helpful for years to come. Show the audience what it is. And now you have instructions on when to use there,
man.
and there. Hang
That's
that on your
there.
wall.
This is stupid. Thank you.
Most useful gift he's ever gotten.
Exactly. Hang that on your wall. Now you can learn how to spell.
The only
now,
problem is the only problem is
um,
I can't see it.
Give the gold one to Stefan.
Ooh, gold. Best of the best.
Yeah.
Bear with us for the holiday gifts.
Well, you spelled my name right, too.
Yeah.
Well, you better
it.
spell your name right.
Morgan asked me. So
Is
yeah,
it-
you can have that. I couldn't return it, so that can help you with your OCD.
You re-gifted your gift?
Yeah, I re-gifted what I
What is
couldn't
it?
return back to Amazon
What does he need a printer? We
Why
have
do I
one.
need this?
because he wants. It's his OCD. He probably wants to label everything in his house.
Dude,
Like
you
cup.
know that you got everyone else gifts, and then you're like, I gotta get Steve something last
I
minute.
already
and you
knew I was
grabbed
going to
this
do
off your
that. I already
shelf.
knew I was going to do that. Now,
you wanna-
give that the top little one. That's Jared's.
That's funny.
Unbelievable. I already gave you guys my gifts last
I will
week.
use that at the factory.
2
I
weeks
know
ago.
you will.
Oh, we have one. I still have the tape for
And this
it.
is for the
Oh,
factory as well.
This is for the
This
factory.
is for factory as well.
Desktop bowling.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
see?
awesome.
For the bowling top desk.
For
That
that
is
bowling
pretty
top
funny, yeah.
desk.
Crushed it.
Where'd you get that at? Amazon?
Dollar store.
CVS.
Really? They had
Yeah.
that?
For ages 3 and up, Steven.
Perfect.
Yeah.
like that. Thank you.
All right, Dan, you can open up yours. Not that anybody cares.
Is it a penis sock?
He's super hype, super excited. I taped the box shut like my grandmother, so you'd have to struggle for it. That's that vintage sweatshirt that's way too small for me. A little cardigan.
You just re-gifted everything
Where did you
around
get
your
that?
house.
I bought it at a Salvation Army. I was like, this is the greatest cardigan ever. Didn't realize it was like way too small for
Has
me.
it been a year since that guy sent us all those gifts?
Probably about
Can't say his name.
It fits
about
you.
a year, maybe. Oh, nice
Incredible.
diarrhea yellow color.
Yeah.
Hey, burnt sienna. All right,
All right.
Thank you.
Sit down, Elf.
Thanks, Santa.
You're welcome.
We should get started with the show now.
Let's do it.
Should we get started with the show?
He's got gifts, but he can wait till later.
Wait,
Oh
who is-
yeah, Dan's got gifts too.
Let's wait for his gifts till after something else.
Wait for it. Wait for it. I think he has immediate gifts though.
Immediate gifts.
Oh yes.
Is this
I
Chernobyl?
wonder what it is. What'd you say?
Chernobyl?
Yeah. Let's travel back in
Is
time.
it
Please be Chernobyl. Please be
is it
Chernobyl.
gluten-free beer?
Well, I don't drink Coke, Dan. I don't drink soda. And if I did, it would be Pepsi. But thank you.
A wet hopped ale. Look
Oh,
at that.
nice.
Nice.
Are they paying for Did Coke pay for this?
Yeah, man, I can't drink this shit right here.
Harvest Hood, a wet hopped ale.
Wait, isn't that where Todd lives?
Thank you, Dan.
All right, come on. Let's get started. We've already done my intro. Let's get to photo news. Thank you for all the gifts. And we have a gift for you right now. You're welcome.
Merry Christmas.
Happy
Merry
New Year.
Christmas.
Yeah, I think she may take that down, but we've
No!
saved it. You've saved it, right?
No!
Did
Oh,
it get
yeah,
any more
we
views?
definitely
Because it was up
saved
to almost 5,000 last week
I
before
got
we
a
showed
text.
the world.
I got a text this morning. Was like, "Did you post that video?" And I'm like, "What? People must be leaving comments."
She should just
Sure.
dance every day. Just have a dance every day.
We should have had her in an elf suit.
Would way better than this piece of shit.
All right, photo news.
We've got a group of photojournalists have teamed up and have written an open letter to major camera companies asking to encrypt their cameras. Now, the letter was published by the Freedom of the Press Foundation, which protects and defends journalism in the 21st century. And it was sent.
Hold on one second, Steven. Sorry. I certainly hope some person out there that wrote the Dreidel song doesn't copyright infringe, have like rights to that song that I just spun.
I would assume that's public domain.
Yeah, that's gotta be at this point.
So's Happy Birthday.
But I mean, it is Jewish people, so.
So this letter was sent to Canon, Nikon, Sony, Fuji, Olympus, all the big camera manufacturers.
Wait, where's Pentax?
Pentax was not included, I guess.
What about LaBouche or whatever that one was called?
LeBlanc?
No.
Relonc.
Did Relonc send a picture?
I asked Jeff to
How it's
reach out to
pronounced?
Relonc.
Oh, okay.
And then I realized, and then I sent them an email from my personal email account. Because I went to sign up to get one. Because why shouldn't we do a 5-minute portrait with the thing and really do an undercover test of it, right? We should do that.
That would be cool.
There's no way to get... The only way you can get it is if you go into their store and trade in your DSLR for the dollar value that you paid for it for Relonc bucks.
Well, I think that's currently, because it's still like beta.
Okay, well, I want one in...
Why would I give you my camera to get another camera?
Exactly. That you're then renting at that point.
I want us to do this. So I had Jeff, but I'm like, maybe if they watch our video that says introducing the dumbest camera ever title,
that usually works.
They probably really
so
liked
far,
it. Yeah.
so good. Yeah.
By the way, that's not called clickbait, but a lot of people clicked on it.
So this letter says, we are writing to urge your company to build encryption features into your still photo and video camera products. These features, which are currently missing from all commercial cameras on the market, are needed to protect our safety and security as well as that of our sources and subjects worldwide. And the letter says, if hard drives, laptops, and smartphones have encryption technology, then why shouldn't cameras? And it says, without encryption capabilities, photographs and footage that we take can be examined and searched by the police, military, and border agents in countries where we operate and travel, and the consequences can be dire.
Look at this photograph.
It says because the contents of their cameras
Every
are not
time I do it makes me laugh.
and cannot be encrypted. There is no way to protect any of the footage once it has been taken. This puts ourselves, our sources, and our work at risk.
Yeah.
And you can read that full open letter. It's signed by 150 filmmakers and photographers, photojournalists specifically, over on the website.
Was my name on the list?
Your name was not on the list.
And behind the scenes, what that really means is we really want to keep our porn safe on our cameras. So can you just make it so my wife can't find
That
it?
porn footage we just shot?
Exactly.
I do wonder, though, how would they encrypt it? Would they encrypt each individual photograph, the memory card itself? Would the software need to decrypt it? You know what I mean?
So I don't know much about this, but I think the way that it would work would be that the raw file would be a locked file.
Yeah.
And then you would need to somehow access it on the computer and verify it. So basically...
So they'd have to work with software companies, too.
Well, they would. Well, the thing with the raw files are that you can copy a raw file. There's no original raw. I mean, you have the original raw file, but if I make a duplicate copy, all of the same information is basically there.
Yeah, it's a one-to-one copy.
So if there was a original file... And it's whatever. I mean,
It should almost
it's a good
be like
idea.
it should almost be like a DNG type file where it's locked and then it has to be unlocked to release that raw file inside.
It's a good idea. It's not
or
a bad
something.
idea.
Yeah, it really is.
Why not have the option?
And then on the topic of photojournalism, the New York Times has published a correction to a big story they recently ran because of an item in a photo being removed at the scene. Now, in the article entitled "The Perfect Weapon: How Russian Cyber Power Invaded the U.S.," a photo by photojournalist Justin T. Gellerson was featured as the main article photo, which included a filing cabinet that was broken into in 1972 as part of Watergate. The scene, located at the DNC headquarters, originally had a picture frame in the image above that filing cabinet, which was removed because he says there was a lot of glare from the strobes that he was using. So he simply removed the frame on top of the filing cabinet. They ran that photo at first and then retracted it.
He removed it in post or in the image?
No, at the scene itself, not digitally after the fact.
So what's the problem?
So he didn't manipulate the image.
He manipulated the scene, though, as a photojournalist.
Oh.
But so where is this scene in the Smithsonian or something?
It's at the DNC headquarters.
It's still there?
Yeah.
So
Well, this seemed like more like a showroom or something like that.
So you're saying that Nixon's people thought it was a good idea to break into the DNC while Forrest Gump is up in his room looking in and calling the police.
That's what I'm saying.
At the Watergate.
Yeah.
Now, Gellerson...
Seriously, that's what happened?
Well, Forrest Gump, I just saw he was at Trump Tower as well. Secretary of the Interior.
Now, Gellerson, that photographer, his original assignment was to capture the atmosphere of that particular room, again at the DNC, in a poetic way. And he says he didn't realize that the newspaper was asking for a news photograph, quote unquote. So
No. The newspaper that works at the Prince News wasn't asking you to take a news photograph. But I don't give a shit that he took the frame off the wall.
To me, it doesn't change the story at all that was trying to be told.
No.
Yeah.
It's maybe not ethical when it comes to photojournalism standards, but
go back to...
It's not a big deal.
Go back to old what was Brady's name? Brady. That guy Brady.
I'm not sure.
What the hell was Brady's name? Who shot in the Civil War? That they found out that all of the stuff was set. Most of the stuff was set up.
Yeah.
That he dragged bodies.
Yeah.
He did all that stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that that's right. You shouldn't do that. But that form of visual journalism was used to manipulate people's minds.
Yeah. Now, the Times had this photographer rush back to the DNC headquarters and rephotograph the exact same scene, except with that picture frame in place. And then the web article where the photograph was featured was then updated, and it made it in time for the print edition. So they just switched out the photo. It wasn't a big deal,
Yeah, I
but
don't
a
know
lot
what
of
the big
people
deal
freaked out
was.
about it. Yeah, to me, again, it doesn't change the story at all. But
That's a little
that's weird.
anal right
Yeah,
there.
I
That's
agree.
that's a little much.
Yep. Then we've got a new video interview featuring the man who photographed the Hiroshima atomic bomb. That's now online. Russell Gackenbach is responsible for a pair of historic photos taken
Spell
on
that?
August. It's Gackenbach.
Cockenbach.
No, that's Gackenbach.
That's what I said. Gackenbach. He's responsible again for those two pictures taken back in 1945, August 6th to be specific. The photographs were actually taken on his personal camera while in the air, taking two photos back to back when the 9,000-pound bomb named Little Boy dropped on that Japanese city. Now, in the video shot for Airman magazine, he retells the story explaining how he was not on the Enola Gay or any of the bombing planes, but he had a perfect view of the explosion on the Necessary Evil aircraft, is what they called it, which was responsible for specifically documenting the bombing. He says, "We did not know what type of bomb we had, did not know what type of blast to expect, did not know the effect of it. The only thing we were told was, don't fly through the cloud."
Thanks for that.
Yeah. And his two photos are the only images captured of the explosion because of a processing mistake that ruined the rest of the images from the rest of the crew.
Must have taken it to
Was
Rick's
it called
camera.
radiation? Was the processing mistake?
Oh, that's terrible. Now, the emulsion came off the film. That was the processing mistake. So they lost all the photographs except for these two photos that he took, again, with his personal camera.
Take two, guys. Take two.
Oh, well, they did.
Eisenhower, can we do a second take on
Yeah.
that? I missed the shot.
2 days later, they got a second take.
And he is also the last surviving member from the first atomic bombing crew.
Yeah.
So he's got to
Wow.
be close to 100 at this
That's
point,
crazy.
if not already over 100. And you can see that video online over on the website. It's a little 3-minute
Well, he wouldn't be over
video
100. He'd be
interview.
in his 90s.
Yeah, 90s. Or,
90,
I mean, you never know
somewhere
how
around
old he was,
95,
though.
96.
You never know how old he was.
No, but most of those guys were like 18, 19 years old.
That's what I assume.
Yeah.
Then we've got a new online tool that helps creatives appropriately say no when responding to clients who offer exposure over money or free work in general.
You know TFP?
TFB, yep, Trade for Pics. Now, the interactive site asks a few simple questions and then auto-generates an email template to send back to the client. Now, the respectful response talks about advocating for higher pay if rights are to be transferred to the client, like work for hire, and a bunch more. Here's one of the responses, the auto responses, if you select that there's no budget for the specific shoot. It says, "Thanks for thinking of me for this project and for reaching out, as I am a professional artist, not a hobbyist, and as your company is a for-profit organization, I should be compensated appropriately for work performed. I and many other creatives feel strongly about keeping pricing standards high so that it's possible to make a living as a creative professional.
Great.
Fair pay is important. It is wrong to ask artists to create free work for a for-profit company, even if that work goes unused.
Oh my God.
Because our
This is the-
time is valuable and we have bills to pay and families to support like everyone else."
Wait, is that the first response back?
This is one of the auto-generated
No,
responses
so-
if there's a no-budget shoot.
Well, I get that, but there's things you say and there's things you don't. There's the passive-aggressive nature that response took. It was fine to begin with, but then it started to get passive-aggressive because maybe you will get paid, maybe, if you educate them properly on what it is. Oh, do you know how you run a business? I need to get paid like that, so could we discuss if there's a budget? and you could leave it at that. Or if not, that's fine. No big deal. We can see if we can work something out.
Yeah.
But when you start going down the path of like, hi, I'm home, as you think that that's your response that you should be getting if something's too loud, no.
Like music or something like that.
So you just can't be passive aggressive. This tool, look, you can use that as a direction to help you give a response back, but make it more like a human being. Hey guys, I'm not sure. I mean, you are a for-profit business, so I am a business as well, and I need to make money for my professional services. How can we work together to make this happen? You know, leave it open-ended in a nice way to leave the door open to get paid. But there were 3 or 4 things by the end of that left me going, oh, that's a big fuck you to the person. Why would they want to even try to work with you? And, you know, if they come back at you and like, yeah, no, we're not paying, then you're free to say whatever you want. You can...
But again, this is to say no to the client, not to accept the job.
But I get it, but there's always a chance to educate. You got to give yourself a chance to possibly be successful there and make money, rather than just shooting them down and saying no.
Yeah,
It's just one example you're reading.
Now, yes, and there are several options when you go to do this auto-generated email. You can select if it's a nonprofit company you're trying to work with, and they're asking to work, you know, for you to work for free.
Yeah.
If it's a for-profit, if it's a friend or family member. This specific example, I think, is for the for-profit option.
What did it say for family members?
I didn't read that one specifically, but I'll link to the template over on the website, and you guys can.
Is there one that tells them to go fuck themselves?
You can put that in there if you want.
It's just I fine. Maybe as a tool to help you
Just
guide
to get you started, yeah.
Maybe to guide you, but then you can change it to what you want.
Yep.
But my recommendation is you need to be a human being and just have face-to-face conversations or on the phone, not just straight up email. It's too easy to blow you off through email and text messages. While you can block things. So it's just one of those things where you need to try. I actually took a serious approach to this, but you want to save a job. You may not get the job, but the question then becomes: at what point do you tell somebody off, or just ignore it and know that it's going to be only fall on deaf ears?
Yeah, I mean, all jokes aside, I never personally tell people off. I'll just, you know, if it's really stupid and I'm like, I'm not even acknowledging this, not wasting my time on this, or if it's somebody that I think will have money at some point, I'll be like, I can't do that, but I'd love to work with you in the future. Let me know when you've got a budget that can, you know, accommodate me.
Right, and the same thing applies. I saw a friend from the past was posting, I'm looking for somebody who's young and hungry to do some WordPress work.
For free.
Well,
that was me. I was
basically
looking to see if Maria wanted to shoot
for
a video.
pay, but I want somebody who's young and hungry. And then
So
the
I can pay
comment
you
section,
nothing.
well, so they can pay less.
Yeah.
And in the comment section, he's just like, well, you need to prove yourself before you get to that other level. And I responded back, which you really shouldn't even bother. But I was just like, no, you'll pay me what I'm worth, and then if you continue to use me, then we can work something out. But I don't give you a break on the first one to prove myself.
Yeah.
My work, you hire me because you want somebody to do the job. You hire somebody based off of their work. You know, young and hungry so you can pay less.
Young and hungry means no portfolio, no experience.
Exactly.
And that's what you get,
Yep.
which is fine. And if that's you, if you're no portfolio, no experience, looking to get your foot in the door, sure, that's called an internship.
And I have no problem. I had no problem. I had to prove myself. Like, I had to
We all
understand
did.
that when
Yeah.
I was
everyone
16,
did. You had to
17,
start
18
somewhere.
years old,
Yep.
and people are like, I can't hire you. It's sometimes you take certain gigs, but just, yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Go.
But when it's your business and people are trying to like, hey, can you do it for a meal and credit and a copy of the movie? You can be like, no.
And the next story, we've got a new filter called the Pure Night Filter, which does just that. It eliminates light pollution from the sky for better nighttime sky photos. It was created by photographer Ian Norman. The premium glass filter. The glass filter is made from special didymium glass? D-I-D-Y-M-I-U-M.
That's didmium.
Didmium.
It's didmium.
And it greatly reduces transmission of yellow and orange light from sodium vapor lamps, one of the main causes of light pollution. And the anti-reflective multi-coating greatly reduces the effect of internal reflections and ghosting that plague most filters when used at night with bright light sources in the image. Now you can see some before and after images of the filter off and on with zero editing in post. I'm sure Dan is popping them up right now. The only thing being added was an exposure bump in camera to compensate for the loss of light when that filter was added. And the filter is being sold now for in 85mm and 100mm versions, so you can mount it on pretty much any standard.
Square.
It's a square filter mount, yeah.
Is it hip to be square?
Hip to be square.
And pre-orders are now available, starting at $220 for the 85mm and $240 for the 100mm version.
That's Huey Lewis for anybody out there and the news.
Better sky photos at night.
Speaking of Huey Lewis and the news,
I guarantee you they don't move picture frames.
Huey Lewis and the news?
Their news doesn't. No.
Sports.
So funny.
Sports. One of the greatest albums of all time. Sports.
Canon is warning users of fake Nifty 50s being sold, specifically the Canon 50mm f1.8 version 2. Apparently there's a lot of fake ones being brought to Canon to be serviced, so many that they issued a warning to customers. Canon says one way you can tell if it's fake or not is by simply removing the back cap and looking for the Canon nameplate on the mount. If there is a space between Canon and Inc. Incorporated, then it is real. If it is written out as one word, then you have a counterfeit 50mm lens. And they have a big problem with fakes, apparently. Like, do you remember the Canon Expo when we went?
The flash.
They had a giant
they had a whole bunch.
section of fake flashes, fake batteries, and chargers. So Canon must be pretty easy to duplicate.
Maybe.
Yeah. But Young I think that's a completely separate, their own 50mm lens, not a knockoff.
Let me check to see if this is a Canon version.
But again, this is not trying to be a Canon lens. It's still trying to be a Young 50mm lens.
It is.
It's not Canon branded.
You know you're in trouble when you take the back off and they have a peel-off plastic in front of the plastic element.
So weird.
And they also have it on the front element of it, too.
And it is just the plastic element.
I just leave them on, just like at my TV. I just leave the plastic on to protect it. Me and my
There's
grandmother.
just a weird blue haze on all your
that's
pictures.
glass.
Yeah, I mean,
Tap
but
on
it's
that. That's
protected
glass.
now.
Yeah, it's got to be glass.
That's glass. That's not plastic.
Because how much was this?
$48, I think.
You sure it's not plastic?
We have a review coming of
a review
of 50mm plastic lenses from all the companies.
How they hold up.
Yep. Which
How
one's gonna
durable
win?
are they? And we've got another week, another Kickstarter. This time the campaign is for a gravity-defying tripod head. It's called the Hitchhiker. It's called the Hitchhiker for its lightweight design. It only weighs 2.5 pounds, which is extremely light for a big head.
Wait, should they have called it the Jeffrey Dahmer instead?
That's what she said.
It was created by father-son duo Charles and Jake Riddle. The head can point directly up or down, and unlike most tripods, there's also no need for clamping down to lock it in place. It automatically will lock into place once you stop the movement, so there's no locking or clamping or anything. You simply just move it, and it's pretty much
Is it cool?
stable. Yeah, it looks really cool.
How much is it?
It's a little expensive, though. The Kickstarter exceeded its goal of $9,000, and it still has about 2 weeks to go. And you can pledge $500 to get yourself one of these as an early bird special.
Is that a full tripod or just the head?
Just the head. But for an advanced head,
expensive
a
for
professional head, it's not that bad.
$500.
How much was it? $500?
Yeah.
I've seen it go for as low as like Charlie Gluten will do it for pastries.
That's a little different. Speaking of Charlie Gluten.
Yeah, man, I just want to call in, and I heard Santa Claus was up in your piece, you know what I'm saying? I just wanted to ask him, send him a message. I like one of them churros, you know what I mean? One of them motherfuckers you get from Disneyland. I'm not allowed to go back in that bitch anymore because of things I was doing in the restroom, but I love a churro, Santa Claus. Thank you very much. And happy Chanukah Jew.
I love how Dan discreetly walked away with his bells jingling. And by bells, I mean
His cock ring.
I actually think I need a opener for this. Hook me up, brother. Charlie Gluten's present.
Yeah, man. See, I already got my present, man.
Thank you, sir.
All-purpose flour. Oh, look at you.
it's legitimate Charlie Gluten flour.
Yeah, man, I'm gonna snort this right now.
What kind of flour is it? Almond?
Pillsbury.
Is it almond?
It's a blend of rice flour, potato starch, pea fiber. The doctor told me to watch my pea fiber. Tapioca starch, xanthan gum.
All right, here we go.
And we've got one more news story this week. This one's pretty big. It's a little long. A film student named Anthony Vandermeer created a new short film. It's called Find My Phone. where he purposely gets his phone stolen and tracks him through the short film, the thief, the entire time. The video description reads, "What kind of person steals a phone, and where do stolen phones eventually end up? Find My Phone follows a stolen phone's second life by using spyware." Now, the whole premise was initially prompted when he got his real phone initially stolen. After that, he devised a plan to document a phone being stolen, and here's what he did. He used an Android phone, which has two parts, the user-installed part and the system part. Now, when the phone is reset, only the user part is wiped clean, keeping the system part intact unless a new OS or update is applied. So he installed an anti-theft app on the system part of the phone and changed the name of the app, making it pretty much impossible to delete or recognize the app. Now, if the phone had internet, it not only told him the location of the thief, but he could also remotely take photo and videos and even record audio of this guy. Yeah. And in the video,
Charlie Gluten.
in the entire video, he's seen with a backpack.
This is why I have tape on my FaceTime monitor.
Exactly, seriously. But the kid himself who made the film is seen with a backpack at a populated area in Amsterdam, waiting patiently for someone to steal his phone. He tried this out for several days in a row. Then right when he finally was about to give up, somebody stole it. They tried filming this entire thing, and then they literally were packing up, and that's when it got stolen. So they don't have footage of the phone being stolen, which sucks.
Son of a...
Yeah, he then went on to report it to the police, where they told him it's probably going to be disassembled and sold for parts. It remained offline for 4 days. He was about to give up until it finally dinged back on with a new SIM card installed.
Quitter.
Now, from there, he began to track the thief in real time, and that's half of the video right there. And he's seeing his everyday movements, what he's doing, where he's going, who he's talking to.
How many times he's on Pornhub?
He started to record and document the thief's life daily by taking video clips of him and audio clips. And one of the times there's him watching porn. Yeah. And he's naked, it's blurred out and everything. And then there's also a part where he sees his contact list and who he's constantly calling. And apparently it's a sex line that he's calling all the time.
That's amazing. That's incredible.
The film got real creepy toward the end, but it's interesting.
How long is it?
It's 21 minutes long.
No.
But they didn't show my face
film.
the whole time, right?
The film.
No, I was kidding.
Yeah, man, I sold that.
They didn't show his face at all the whole time. They just blurred it out. And he said in the film that he began to feel bad for the guy. And then he eventually went to confront him at his house, and I think he got scared and backed off, and the phone eventually went offline and never saw it again. But you got to watch the whole thing to fully understand it. It's really interesting, a little creepy at times.
Is that invasion of privacy?
That's the thing. But
Is
technically,
it
it's his phone.
It's his phone.
It's invasion of privacy.
And this is in Amsterdam as well.
Well, also he
Keep in
knew, if he knew that he had it, then he could have gone to the police.
He did,
to
though.
get it. The police didn't go to get it?
Oh, no, he didn't tell the police exactly what he did.
So he knew what he was doing. Yeah. So here's how I would, as a lawyer, go after that. I would say that if he, at the very beginning, went to the police with some of the footage and audio that he captured in the effect to get his phone back, then that's not invasion of privacy. But the minute that you make a conscious decision to record and film this guy's life in order to make a video or something out of it, then you now are invading the guy's privacy, regardless of him stealing the phone in the first place. That's just what went through my head if I was considering a defense lawyer or something. I just playing devil's advocate there for, I'm not saying that the guy stealing something is a good thing.
So what you're saying is you should definitely have explicit permission before you take anybody's video or photo, right?
No.
I mean, you definitely should ask. Is
little girls in Germany or something like that.
That's what I'm saying. So I agree with you. I mean, a lawyer would definitely have a field day with that.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm talking about this gentleman who stole the phone allegedly, or whoever ended up with the phone, because you don't know if
that's the thing. He
the
doesn't
person
know
who stole it.
So the guy that stole it,
him,
a thief should have more rights than say a girl on a wall with with their parents.
The girl on the wall walked into the frame. Okay, I didn't.
He gets you every time.
She walked into the frame and sat there. So I'm going to take a picture.
She walked into your frame.
She walked into
your
my frame.
You owned it.
It was my frame. I was framed up, and she looked at me, and I'm like, I'm going to take your picture.
You're in my world now.
It was in my world.
I own this section.
She was by the bike racks. I was by the bike racks.
I just was trying to clarify your legalese. That's all.
It's just scary though with this app that he was using, which it was called specifically Cerberus, Cerberus.
But it was an Android.
It was Android. Yeah. Now I don't know if that's. I assume it's not available for iOS, but
so what could have happened here is the person who he ended up filming may have just gone and bought the phone somewhere with a new SIM card.
But
you
he
don't
still
know
would have
that.
bought the phone on like the black market or like illegally or
no.
Or
it
no,
may
I guess
not
it could be like
illegally.
eBay.
There's
or,
stores that just sell phones.
Used phones, yeah.
Somebody sells a phone and says, I don't need this phone anymore. Of course, they may know that it's probably stolen
Now,
for the amount of money.
He thinks that the guy is the one that stole it because he could still remotely get all his pictures and everything was still on the phone. The guy never deleted anything. So the phone was never wiped. And then after a few days of this guy having it, then the phone was wiped with a new SIM card. That's why he thinks this was the actual thief. Unless he bought the phone like that. And I mean, when you buy a phone and you have random pictures on it, you know it's stolen probably.
Well, you don't know it's
or
stolen.
if you go sell it and they don't have time to get around to wiping it and put a new SIM card, it could sit there.
And but they don't know it's your phone. Like, they don't know whose stuff it is. You're like, yeah, I'm selling my brother no longer needs this phone. He told me to go sell it. And then it sat around, and then 4 days later, they got less
around
busy,
to wiping it,
and then they wiped it,
That's
and
true.
then they sold it.
Yeah.
So that's all. I keep getting distracted by that fucking ball bouncing off of Dan's head. I see this out of the corner of my freaking eye, a ball bouncing in front of Dan's face.
That's great.
If you ever go to one of his parties, it happens a lot.
There's lots of balls at Dan's parties.
Yeah.
But so that's only where my mind went. If he went legitimately to the cops and the cops went and the guy's like, I bought this here at this place, then something. But now you're invading the guy's privacy knowingly doing that. I think that's bad that you are knowingly invading the guy's privacy and not doing anything.
And then you're showing the entire world with this video. And by the way, this video's got like over 3 million views, blew up on Reddit.
I don't know why I feel
everywhere.
this way or why I'm saying this. It just, that's how I feel about it.
Yeah.
You
It
don't
makes
know,
sense.
like you don't know that this is the guy who did it, and now you're invading his privacy.
Yeah.
Instead of going and being like, let me find out for sure.
Phone call.
Yeah, hello there! I heard you guys were talking about invading somebody's privates. Just wanted to check in. I heard Santa Claus was there. And, I just wanted to see if he could send me some morning after pills. My Obamacare is getting taken away, and I need a refresher. Just have him send it to P.O. Box behind the Taco Bell, behind the dumpster. I'll be here waiting. Happy Hanukkah and Merry Christmas. Goodbye.
I wonder
P.O. Box behind the Taco Bell.
I wonder what Taco Bell Becky would want for the holidays.
She just said it.
Oh, yeah. Never mind.
Thanks for playing, Jared.
That's it for photo news this week.
Awesome. Photo news.
You seem so excited.
Oh, I screwed
Awesome.
it up. I screwed it up. I'm very upset. That last story upset me.
Yeah.
And thinking of, I wonder who Taco Bell Becky's family is. Like, what is her family? What does the family dynamic look like for Christmas dinner?
Phone call.
Yeah, hello there, son bitches. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. You've officially lost the war, Jew. It is Christmas time everywhere in this United States of Trump America. I will say I've been chilling in the White House. Off and on with the DTF Federation I've been working with. And for Christmas this year, I'd like a big old coffee mug for all the liberal tears that I can collect and drink them. And that's pretty much all. I will see you in the new year. Keep those drones out my way, son bitch. Goodbye, Jew.
Thanks, Meredith. Time to get to Gears of the Week.
Gears of the week. Yeah, plural.
Yeah, Gears, multiples.
Yep.
We have multiple Gears of the Week. And the first thing that we have is the Nikon KeyMission 360. Now, I'm about to set it up right now. Now, in this video that you're watching, or if you're listening, you're totally missing out. If you're just listening to the audio, you won't get to interact with the 360 in this video. But if you go to FroKnowsPhoto.com/RAWtalk FroKnowsPhoto.com/RAWtalk
Hyphen.
209, not NEIN, but 209, you can see the video down below. It's going to be a YouTube player, and you can then cycle around in 360 degrees this footage. So this is a test.
Fancy.
This is a test to see if it works. So I'm going to get that set up, and then we're going to talk about it more.
And this will be uncut, too.
It's going to be uncut.
Keep that in mind.
Unlike, well, I guess
The rest of the show.
Just like Jared.
So I'm going to set it up right here.
Oh, look, right in front of the middle camera.
I just want to make sure that it's straight. That's good. And I'm going to hit this button. and it should turn on and start recording. I think red light means it's recording. The funny thing is, so you guys are free to just go around in 360 and find what's going on.
Wow.
Now, the audio should pick me up. Now,
Hopefully.
Nikon gave this to us.
Yeah.
They are giving them away, I think, for review units.
You're keeping it.
I get to keep it. They told me I get
that's
to
a
keep
first.
it.
Yeah.
So that's awesome. Thank you, Nikon,
Cool.
for that. Obviously, they're trying to get it out into the world, and they want people to review it. When you're playing around with 360, it really makes your brain think about all the different things that you can do.
Yeah.
There are some unique ideas that we're not going to share right now, but Todd and I at lunch were talking about, and there are things
Yeah,
that...
don't tell Steven. Don't tell Steven.
We'll tell Steven off air, but there are things that we could end up that are pretty unique. So right off the rip with the KeyMission 360, what you need to know is out of the box, they originally said that there were issues with connectivity. It wasn't so much the issues with the connectivity, more so what he said, what I was told by Nikon, is that it's more of an iOS Apple thing. Apple thinks it's a computer trying to connect, which means it wants to do X, Y, and Z. There's a method that you need to go through to allow the phone to talk to the camera to do everything. It's
method of modern
pain
love.
in the ass right now because I'm sitting there, I'm like, what do I need to do? So now it launches this, and then I have to click on this. Once, you have your password, I've set my password. I'm not going to tell anybody what the password is. Once you set
1,
your
2, 3,
password...
4.
I love myself.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Shut up, Todd. It's there, and there.
But
Best gift
but
ever.
definitely not spelled correctly.
No, probably not, dick. So once you have all that, the connection's really easy once
Yeah.
you get it down.
And does it auto connect every time once you? Okay.
No, it doesn't auto connect. Every time I go on to into the
dial-up.
app, I gotta reconnect it.
It took a while for them to finally release this too, right? We initially saw it at.
It took about a year delay.
Where did we see that first?
I don't remember where
In
we
Vegas,
saw
wasn't it in Vegas at a Nikon
It
event?
was a year ago.
It was for when the
Yeah,
D5
when
got
D5
announced.
The
when you guys
D5,
got,
the
like-
D500 when I
Yeah.
live broadcasted.
Yes, that was it.
That was over a year.
Wow.
I think it had issues with.
They
I don't
wouldn't even
know
let
if
us touch it.
softwares.
Remember, it was in that box.
Yeah, it was in that box. Corey Rich had it, but it's a unique tool.
Yeah.
There's a 180 camera in the front, a 180 camera in the back. It's waterproof straight out of the box. It is an action camera. They're really pushing the fact that it's an action. And this is not a plug. They're not paying us, though they did give it to us. If Samsung was to give us a Gear 360, we'd play with it. Some of the differences I asked between a Gear 360 is this you can change the batteries on. This is underwater proof, waterproof, shockproof, and all of that. It's an
So
action
Steven
camera.
could put it on himself if he safe,
I was waiting
right?
for it.
Yeah.
Yes. So the photos that it takes are 30 megabyte files, JPEGs.
Okay.
They
It doesn't shoot raw.
It doesn't shoot RAW.
Gotcha.
Throw it out. Throw it out. Throw it out.
It gives you. They told me roughly 45 minutes of 4K video with 32 gig card.
That's not
Dan,
bad.
can
That's
you roll
not
these stands
bad
out,
at
please,
all.
to the middle? Which isn't bad.
I wonder what that data rate is.
It saves it in 4 gig files. And then you can put it into Premiere.
So it's FAT32.
You just need to make sure that you inject it with the metadata that tells
That
Facebook
it's a 360 video.
and YouTube that it's 360.
Gotcha.
And I think YouTube is going to be much better 360 video than
So
Facebook.
how did you initially upload it to Facebook? Did you just put it right up?
I
and
dragged it off the phone, off the card, and I put it onto Facebook.
That's it. It already knew right then and there.
Yeah, but if you try to preview it, it's spread out like this.
It's like a panoramic,
if
right?
if you do it in preview.
Yeah.
But then once you upload it, it knows it's a 360 video. Then you can. It tells you to give you you have the ability to put the first screen on too, to say where it should be looking, what
Right
orientation
away.
when
That's
somebody
cool.
clicks on
And
it.
can we make this downloadable off YouTube so people can put it in their VR?
Well, we
Unless
could-
they have YouTube Red.
well,
Oh.
I think YouTube Red
well,
lets you download it right
YouTube
at.
Red, but we can put up some of the native video, some of the 4 gigs. We can put some of the 4 gig files because it's going to split it up. Maybe not. Maybe we'll put up one 4 gig file.
I'd love to try it like it with the VR because they probably all. I know mine has a media player, which is basically the porn player. But I mean, you can upload basically 360 videos and just look around.
I'm curious whose player is better right now, YouTube or Facebook?
I mean, YouTube's player is better all around for quality wise. YouTube and Facebook are also letting you stream 360.
Is
we
Facebook
cannot,
finally 1080?
Yes,
Finally, okay.
it is, but they're not 4K. And YouTube lets you do 60 frames a second 4K.
Yeah.
Both of them are letting you stream. You can stream 360 to it, but we can't stream 360 with this thing.
Gotcha.
Awesome.
So if you guys are watching the other video over on the site, you can just cycle through. We don't know how the audio is going to be. Dan's going to attempt to sync the audio, but we have no idea if it's going to be any frames off, if it's going to be terrible.
Well, if it's a straight data rate or frame rate of like 24 frames per second, it should be fine. If it's a variable frame rate, then it will be an issue.
It's 4K at 24.
So that should be good. Theoretically, should be fine.
Interesting.
So
we'll find out.
And that's set on default. It's 1080 out of the box. I don't know why.
Yeah.
It's
for the consumer.
You got to wrap your head around this bad boy. Time-wise, they told me about 45 minutes is just an estimate for not an official estimate. That's what other people have reported getting.
It's really not
45
bad
minutes out
for
of
the 32 gig card. You said.
Yeah, for a 32 gig card.
Not bad at all.
I'm just looking. It's a very unique. I hope it's recording. See, I
see the red.
I mean, the red dot's
I see the
been
red
static
thing.
for a while, so I assume it's recording.
And I keep accidentally taking pictures because every time I take it, like I don't have a case for it.
It reminds me of the GoPro Session where you kind of really don't know if it's recording or not recording. You just have one button to press, really.
Yeah.
So,
but I just when I don't have a case for it. It's not like you can lay it flat.
Yeah.
Even though you can buy new bubbles for the front or take the bubbles off.
And those, the bubbles come off.
So that's one gear of the week. We'll continue on with this gear of the
Switching
week.
sides.
I don't know how Dan's going to end up showing this. These are the Hollywood Junior stands, right? Hollywood Junior? Is that what they call them?
Baby stands or something like that.
Baby Hollywood Junior. I don't.
They got
Dan,
little
pop up the
rollers.
exact name of this. These are rollers from Matthews Stands. Matthews Grip on Twitter. They sent us 2 of these to keep. We are going to need to buy more of these for the Fro factory. These stands are... Look.
Literally the same stands we have except the wheels.
Oh, yeah. The people with the 360, you can spin around and see the stands that we're using.
Yeah.
The only thing bad about these stands is that they'll last you forever, but you always need more.
Yep.
You always need more because they're so reliable. These things are built like a truck.
We've had these C stands for years now, and we've
Well, they
never
were
had,
bought
knock on
used.
wood, an issue.
These were bought used from somebody else.
Yeah.
They've
Yeah,
been
and used.
amazing. If you can get Matthews' stands, you may pay a little bit more money up front, but at least you're not buying China made that's going to end up breaking. And you get these are like this stand I believe is 340
China made, by the way.
China made. Yeah. These are like $300 and some for this version, but the wheels lock and then it's stable in the ground.
The wheels come up too for a smaller footprint if you need to put them like behind something like a piano over there or something.
I will say something about these stands. They're so well built and they last so long that they really do retain their value. Like, say you got them and you're like, yeah, you know what, I don't really need these. I guarantee you could sell them pretty close to what you paid for them. Like, they really hold their value.
Yeah. And we got the extra attachment arm for it. And that's for
the boom arm. That's great.
The knuckle or
because
whatever.
we'll use that for you
knuckle.
for like a hair light or something like that.
Yep. They're so handy.
There's so many things you can do. Yes, it's a little expensive, but Matthews stands, I mean, regardless of... Yeah, be careful, Dan.
He's an angry elf.
360 people can see it. He may be in the... That may be in the seam, but the seam will work.
Yeah.
We appreciate Matthew sending this out. We thank you guys out there in the Twitter world for tweeting at them to send us stuff.
Thank you, Matthews.
Even if they didn't send us stuff, we were buying this no matter what. I need to pick up a bunch more stands, so I'm going to be buying more of these for the Fro factory because we need them anyway.
And again, they'll last forever. So
yeah,
hey, we know we'll use them. You use them for stills. I use
all the time, every day.
We'll probably use them as a coat rack. Jared will.
There you go.
I have a coat rack.
Yeah.
Now you do.
I already have a coat rack.
Do.
All right, Dan. Thank you, Elf. I'm gonna go stop the 360, and then we're gonna get on to
Flying Solo.
Flying Solo.
There you go.
So now it's time for Flying Solo. This is the last show of the year, right?
Yeah. Last show.
Yeah. Thank God.
And we didn't take off that many episodes this year. Probably only like 4 or 5.
It was usually only when we had we were pressed with
Pressed
deadlines
for time. Yeah,
for
we need
stuff.
to get stuff done and take a week
kind of
off.
the first thing that goes because it's labor intensive.
Well,
it is.
I mean, it went last time because we had to finish those other videos. Are we filming tomorrow, you and I? We have to do those videos?
Yep.
I also am getting 100 freaking think tank bags shipped to the Fro factory. They'll be there tomorrow, and I don't know when.
You mean the I Shoot Raw bags?
Yeah. Well, they don't want to house them anymore. So now that I have the Fro factory, my dad's house he's going to have the overflow in the basement there for a while.
100.
I have about 150 or 160 left of the 300, which isn't bad.
Yeah.
I had to pre-buy them all.
Is this your dad?
Hello, Jared. Yeah, no, you can't put those bags in the basement. I've got my supply of walnuts and apples. You're gonna have to find some other place for that stuff. Plus, your cat is scratched up all the extra things I had down there. Goodbye.
150 crates of apples down there.
So they're gonna go to the Fro factory. So Dan, you may get a call tomorrow. They're coming on 2 pallets. It's like 600
Oh, it's just
pounds.
2 pallets worth. Okay.
2 pallets that are about 5.5 feet tall. because they come in
That's bigger than our elf.
There's 3 or 4 per box that it comes in. We're just going to stack them up inside the main lobby, right?
In the boxes.
We're not taking them out of the boxes this time.
Of course.
And then we're going to have to see if we either put them in the basement or just stack them up for the time
2
being.
pallets isn't terrible. I thought it was more than that.
Dude, it covers a complete wall at my dad's house.
Oh, yeah, it's a lot, but
I
is
hope
your dad going again?
No, I think it's going to be Barb K.
Barbie K.
Yes, hello there. One more time, where are these things going to be? Because I may or may not be out on my neighborhood walk. I will be probably planting some more hypodermic needles in the garden if you'd like. And by the way, I heard everybody else was getting some freebies from Obama, so I wanted to tell them what I wanted for Christmas as well. I was wondering if anybody could get me a needlepoint set.
Oh, jeez.
Not for knitting, just actual needle points, because my son needs some new needles. Merry Christmas. Goodbye.
Did we show her picture last week, Dan?
We did.
I couldn't find
blacked
it
out
in
her
the
eyes.
show.
I mean, they already were blacked out, but...
She had some sick bangs going on, too.
What if she watches our show?
Oh, my God.
Well, we should have a replacement caricature for her soon.
All right. I guess it's time to get to the flying solo.
Let's do it.
Most people didn't send in videos this week. Maybe I need to be more adamant that if you do not send in videos, you're not going to get on the show.
No, you
Well,
can't
no,
say that.
I mean, I think it's obvious. If you send it in via video,
your priority,
you got a
probably.
good chance of
Yeah.
getting on the show.
If it's a good question.
But you got to keep in mind, not a lot of people like being on camera.
That's part of it. You get on camera right now.
Yeah. Show us your skills.
Sure.
Show us that headroom.
Hey, guys.
Hey, welcome to RAWtalk.
Just hanging out.
Hey.
Believe me, when Todd's making fun of you, it's not a bad thing. Take it as a compliment.
That's constructive criticism.
George Jean Joe Smith.
How many names does this person have?
It says George and Joe Smith. Oh,
Oh, it's 2 people.
I guess.
Okay.
No, don't undo. Hi, Jarrett. Gerard.
J-Rod.
I'm on the fence between T-E-H, the Nikon D500 and Canon 70 Mark II. Both are great cameras. As I've had a Nikon for years, I'm unable to see photo comparisons between the two and truly grasp which is the best. As for shows, I love your on-location shows recently, the Grand Canyon and, of course, Germany. I've spent 9 years there and love it.
How many years?
9!
Loved 9 and seeing how popular are in the real world was amazing. Seeing how popular are in the real world was amazing. Thank you, as I will continue to follow FroKnowsPhoto. Hoorah! I think this is one of our military people. Oh, I'm an excellent photographer and capturing images most cannot. And he's also very humble. Here are 2
Just like
for
Jared.
you. I hope to hear from you as I deploy again.
Thank you for your service.
Yes.
Yes, thank you for your service. Please double check your writing before you send it in next time.
Coming from
Answer
the
is-
guy who never proofreads anything.
I think the Nikon D500 blows the 7D Mark II out of the water. I do.
It's also a year or 2
It's
newer.
much newer, and I still think it blows it out of the water. I think the video quality, the still quality, all around
He might
quality,
be in the Navy. He might not want to hear you talking about blowing stuff out of the water.
I think it's that much better. Okay, I would go with the D500, especially if you already have Nikon. DJ Yelitz. It's not DJ Qualis.
New shit.
Hey guys, I was wondering if any of you make New Year's resolutions. I know some people are kind of on the thing and then other people go balls deep. So if you do go balls deep, what are some of your photography or business or even personal resolutions for next year? Thanks for everything you guys do.
All right, DJ, thank you for your question. Todd, can you start with the...
Going
Do you
balls
make-
deep?
Do you make
I
resolutions?
like going balls deep as well.
Do you make resolutions?
We have a jar at home that my wife somehow initiated when Morgan was born, and we put like little pieces of paper about what the New Year's resolution is.
Todd usually-
Mine usually says, I'm
Wait,
going to
wait.
exercise. I'm like, yep, put that back in there.
He usually borrows it for smoking joints.
And that's pretty much it. That's all we do.
Steven, you make resolutions?
I don't feel like I need to make resolutions, but sometimes I do if I really want to change something. Like, for example, this year I do want to start working out again. I know that's the cliche resolution that most people do, but I do want to get back in shape and back to the gym. I've done other resolutions where, like, quit smoking and
Worst
stopped
idea ever.
cold turkey.
Terrible.
New Year's Day and haven't touched one in years. So
Really? It was a New Year's
Eve.
Eve.
Yeah. So New Year's Day, I cut everything off and stopped again cold turkey.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
that
don't
was
think
good.
I don't
Yeah.
think I do them, but I mean, I think all of it. Most people, I mean, not most people, but I know we probably all have, yearly goals, 5-year goals, things that you kind of like see in front of you. I mean, I guess that's kind of a resolution.
It's not a
but
bad thing to have.
It's an ongoing thing to have
just
short
makes you
goals
better.
and long goals.
So for me personally, I don't sit here and do resolutions. I'm going to start doing this on January 1st.
I think it depends what it is too.
I'm more of a proponent of if there's something that needs to happen,
do it now. Why are we waiting around for all this?
then I'm going to just
Whatever takes so long.
I'm just going to do it now.
Shooting more.
Why are we waiting around for all of this? We should be shooting more. So I'm all about just taking action on something. If I'm going to make a change, like when people I've never smoked a cigarette. It's one of those things I've
New Year's
never
resolution: smoke a cigarette.
No, I
Perfect.
don't want
Nice.
to do that.
Yeah, let's do that. Dan, go get him some cigarettes, Elf.
I don't want to do that. But I don't like when you hear people go, after this pack, I'm going to quit. Because you don't actually want to quit. I mean, you may say you want to quit, but if you really wanted to quit, you would start at that point.
Well, that's hard. Addiction's hard.
It
Addiction's
depends
hard.
what it is you're stopping or quitting.
I'm
or
telling
whatever.
you, it's really
And
tough.
You're
for an
saying
example-
because you've never smoked a cigarette. It's a lot different.
Well, I've smoked weed, and I don't feel like a need to pick that up every day.
Well, that's
not
that's not
addicting.
really that addictive.
How is weed not addicting?
Because
doesn't have
it's
nicotine in
Not
it.
really.
I'll tell you, VR's addicting. I'll tell you, once I left the VR world, I felt like I wanted to go back in and have more.
Yeah.
Dan, do you have any resolutions?
Cool.
Nathaniel
He said to
Brown.
get a microphone.
Nathaniel Brown. Greetings from Iowa. I've been shooting for a while, but I have recently found myself working more and losing time to shoot. Any ideas on how to get more shooting time in my schedule? Should I just be lugging my camera back with me everywhere or going weeks on end until I can find a day to take just to shoot? I mean, that's obviously a personal problem. You need to figure out what can you cut out of your schedule in order to fill that in with photography. For example, if you have kids, which I don't know, if there's things that you go participate in, then
Leave
you
them at daycare. Don't pick them up. Just go shoot photos.
you use that time to go and take their photos or take photos in general. Everywhere you go, if you want to take more pictures, then take more pictures. I don't know your personal situation, so it's not easy for me to say cut this out or cut that out. If you play video games, maybe don't play video games and go do this.
Well, you know what? I think another thing you're kind of getting at there is if you can. Everybody needs photos. Can you incorporate it into your job somehow? Whatever
always
you
say
do
that,
for a
yeah.
living, can you take photos for those people?
Jason O'Hay. Oh, that's not his name.
Jason O'Hay.
Oh,
Is he
maybe-
Irish?
Maybe it's just Jason O.
It's just Jason. It's probably like, oh hey,
Yeah.
No, I think it's just Jason O.
Jason O'Hay. I like Jason O'Hay better.
Is there an
Hey,
apostrophe?
Team Fro. Jason from Ottawa, Canada, eh?
Oh,
I'll be in Vegas next month to photograph an event, eh? I've been asked to shoot some videos, and I'm interested in some better audio. Oh, wait, that's the guy from Philly. I'll be filming guest speakers in a large conference room from 20 to 30 feet away. Would the Rode Video Mic Pro give me decent quality audio? Much appreciated. Steven.
Not from 20 to 30 feet away.
No, that's where you
need to
laugh.
lav them up all day. That's tough. If you could get them side stage real quick before they go on and just switch it out every time, like what we did.
or if you don't have gear like that, possibly if it's in a big place, maybe you can get the mic feed, them to record the mic feed, the audio guys. Like if it's a big event,
Yeah.
they got a stage, they got mics.
If you can get their soundboard feed,
if you can
that's
get their
perfect.
feed and then you just sync it in post, like if you don't have the extra gear,
If-
that's an option.
Exactly.
Or there's
If.
another option that if you have just a separate recorder and that's it, you could put that up near the stage, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, if you just had like
And
a
just
road,
record.
just pop it up there.
Yeah.
There's options. I mean, you
a lot of
just
different
want to
ways
get
to do it.
closer. You want to get closer to the source.
You get me closer to God.
Yeah, Trent Reznor.
Knew Dan would like that.
Like, for example, though, when we filmed the fan interviews for the show, the FroKnowsPhoto show episode number 2, we quickly would switch off the lab from person to person. And I would just monitor the zoom wirelessly all the way, 10, 20 feet away while we recorded each person. Just real quick.
I'm not sure what resources this person has.
Exactly.
But at the same time, like if it's a big event, guarantee you there's a sound guy probably there monitoring and making sure levels are happening. I'd be quick to be like, hey, can you give me a mix of the
That's
of the
definitely
stage sound?
your best case scenario is that, for sure.
The next question comes from Jeff Key. It's a video question.
Hey, Fro. So I put a lot of thought into what I want this year for Christmas. So I think that I want world peace for Christmas. Or an adventure camera bag. Sounds good. Merry Christmas, buddy. Hope you have a great one.
Nice headroom. No, just kidding.
Merry Christmas.
So it's one or the other. Like, if he can get the bag, then screw world peace.
Screw world peace.
Yeah, I mean, I'm with you.
I agree, Todd. All right, Jeff Key, thank you very much.
Merry Christmas to you too, Jeff.
Happy Hanukkah. Paul Chapman. Hi, all.
Hey.
Given the reviews on new products, e.g. Microsoft Surface Tablet, appear to get 2 or 3 times the amount of views on your channel compared to your other content, is it hard not to focus on solely chasing views? What do you do to keep it focused? Thanks to you, Stephen, Dan, Noah, and his Lord and Savior, Mr. I am Todd Wolf, for all the great content this year. Happy holidays.
How do you stay focused?
Yeah.
If you have an answer for that, let me know.
I stay focused. I can't stop it. It's not easy.
It never turns off.
No, it never turns off. And
It's honestly like ADHD, dude.
So if we were to chase views repeatedly, we would be making, which we're planning on hopefully really doubling down on, real-world reviews and 5-minute portraits.
Yeah.
Those are the ones we know get a lot of views. So trying to cut the fat and bring us
no more RAWtalk. Done.
Peace.
I mean, that is one thing. But on the other hand, there's things like critiques that don't take away your time or Dan's time. They do take away Dan's. Dan edits, but sometimes I edit them.
But you can film them on your own.
Those things that I can do on my own, they generally get 10, 20,000 views, and occasionally one will get more. But those are still, I have to still do those interaction things for the everyday people that want to see that. But we know that the FroKnowsPhoto show, like episode 2, go check it out, FroKnowsPhoto.com/show2, the number 2.
Yep.
And the 5-minute portraits and real-world reviews and raw talks, they're very engaging. We know that real-world reviews do the best.
Yeah.
So it's just being able to focus on stuff like that and be okay with not having something continually coming out every single day.
Yeah,
Stop slacking. Watch RAWtalk more.
The hardest part, I think, about doing the real-world reviews more frequently is the fact that I'm both shooting it and editing it, which I also shoot all of your other videos, so that takes away, a week of shooting other content because I'm editing something like a real-world review, which takes a couple of days to finish and edit and
So we have
polish.
2 shooting teams.
Yeah, if you had 2 shooting teams, literally a real-world review team and a 5-minute portrait team, granted, 5-minute portraits are much easier to edit because they're essentially real-time, straight through, cut and edited, or I make it appear to be real-time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
Great story.
Brian Lay Millier. Adobe has a subscription-based service with their software, but I'm personally not a fan of subscription-based services.
Me neither.
It feels jinky and trapping.
Jinky?
Getting jinky with it?
I'd rather pay for the software once and upgrade in a couple of years or later down the road when I feel that it is applicable and affordable to me. Well, I totally disagree. You're talking about $10 a month for Adobe if you're getting the photography bundle. If you were to get Photoshop alone, every time it came out new, it was $800.
So expensive.
Okay? How many months of $10 is that? 80? Yes, it's 80.
I don't know.
Todd.
You're the one with the sweater.
I think, what are you saying? We know numbers.
I didn't say anything.
That's a lot of months of paying. I mean, yeah, but I'm not. Most people didn't spend $800 to buy Photoshop. They just pirated it. All right. Lightroom, on the other hand, used to be $300, and they dropped it to $149, and then the upgrade was like $79.
Yeah.
That's not for $10 a month. If this is what you do, you want the latest and greatest changes that they can make. And sure, some people can live with Photoshop 4 still, but it's just like at some point, yes, the service thing was a shock to most people, but Adobe just posted a $5.6 billion profit this year, I believe.
It was like 5.85, almost $1 billion in more revenue this year compared to last year.
And it's going to continue to go. People bought into the service because there is no other option.
And I think people are slowly, gradually buying into it. Like, I literally just signed up this year because I was like, all right, fine.
Yeah.
And I did it.
There are Spotify, and there's so many services, Evernote. There's so many services that people pay a year for now.
You basically rent stuff now.
We rent.
Everything's
Yes, you're right.
subscription-based.
It's subscription based. That's how it is, and there's nothing wrong per se with it, except if it's the relunk. That is the worst subscription.
$99 a month is insane.
That's true.
First of all, phone call again.
What? No, I get it. No, yeah. I'm sorry I haven't had time to return your calls. No, no, we don't think you should. You don't want a redonk for Christmas. What? Why would you want that?
He wants it in yellow.
I don't think it comes in banana yellow.
It does come in banana yellow.
It probably doesn't taste like a banana, though.
But you can't lick the LCD screen.
All right, okay, all right. Well, tell your girlfriend I said hi. All right. Merry Christmas.
He's busy playing
Monkey.
with the KeyMission 360 from Nikon up in the tree.
Selfies all day.
So I'm not on your side with this one. I know you're not a fan of subscription-based services. It doesn't feel janky.
I wasn't either. You know, I used to complain
Todd's
about it
the
all
cheapest
the time.
guy we know.
Yeah.
But we've got audio blocks and video blocks and Squarespace. It's not like those are things that you could just flat out buy.
The thing I like about the Lightroom subscription model is the fact that now they're updating cameras and lens support 24/7. Like, it's literally every other week you're getting a new update pushed down, where before you had to wait for an entire release.
Yeah.
Like
Yep.
version 6.5 or
was like
version
even with
7.
even with Premiere and all that, like
Yeah.
you'd be like, oh crap, this new camera came out with a new format.
It wouldn't natively
Premiere
support it.
won't do native, and now it's automatic. And I was like, you know what, there is a lot of value to that. And before, when you'd go from Final Cut 3 to 4 Studio or Studio 1 to 2, it would be $1,200, $1,300, $1,400. So by me paying $550 a month, spending $600, it kind of all evens out.
It's close to. I mean, I think it's. I mean, yes, you're continually paying for something.
Yeah.
Where you don't actually physically own it, but if you had to pay that $800 for Photoshop, and 80 months later, that is 80 months, right?
80 months?
80 months?
$800 times 10. 1 0
Oh,
2
well,
zeros
yeah,
is
80
80,
months,
8
yeah,
0
80
0.
months.
That's $800. It would take 80 months.
Oh, wow.
Do you know how many years that is?
Yeah.
It's 24, it's 48, it's like 5 years. So it's, in essence, they would put a new one out 4 or 5 years down the road.
Yeah.
So it's like, could be a wash.
I mean, also, another good point to bring up, like the Lightroom.
And to bring up the last point is they said you never actually owned the software, even when you bought it.
Oh, well, yeah.
And with it being constantly updated, like, remember the big issue with that Lightroom import screen that a lot of people hated when they updated that? They got rid of it maybe 3 weeks later because there was so much hate and backlash on it that they brought back the old screen. Now, if that was the old method where you would have
You'd
to
be
waiting
waiting
another year
18
till a
months or
patch
so.
or
for a patch or an update.
free update.
Yeah, whatever. Now it's, what, three weeks later. So
And plus, don't
Pros
forget,
and cons, you know.
Adobe gives you a lot of free apps now.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Lightroom Mobile is free, Spark,
Mix or whatever.
whatever
it's
those
called.
other ones are called
Yeah.
that we don't hear much about.
Because they got the extra capital to do things like that.
Yeah.
Dude, $5.8 billion
I think it was
profit.
5.8, yeah.
Pretty
Yeah,
good.
it is what it is. I'm good with it now.
Also surprised that Adobe never got bought by Apple. That was probably on the table at some point.
I'm sure.
Well, they
I'm
beat
sure.
them with Final Cut.
I mean, look at Final
Not
Cut.
Final Cut, I mean Aperture.
I mean, look, Final
Lightroom.
Cut is $299. It's been updated a ton, especially for an editing solution. If
It's affordable.
Yeah, it's very affordable, and they update it all the time.
Do you think that's something that they will kill off?
I mean, they just did a major update. The last update they just did, people were like, "Man, they should have called this 11 because
Yeah.
it was so major."
Yeah.
And it's still the same $299 I paid for. So I don't know if is there an option in the photo editing space that is like that, like you pay $100 forever and they keep updating it, like Final Cut.
Well, I know that. What's that HDR software that Trey Ratcliffe does? Aurora HDR.
Aurora HDR,
They used
yeah.
to sponsor. They
Is that constant free updates?
I don't know if it's constant free updates, but I know they update it for a while. But it's even like even when I use ScreenFlow, it's only updatable for
Until the
one
next version.
generation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then it's $99 to upgrade instead
Yeah.
of, or no, it's $99 to buy it. It's not even that bad, whatever it is.
Yeah.
For what we use it for, what we personally. The funny thing is, as you get older, you start to make money, and you start to realize like I get it. I make money using these products. I should pay for them. And think of all the things that you don't pay for, like our video content.
And porn.
Well, you don't really pay for porn
No,
anymore.
you really
Well,
don't.
you could. I mean,
you could, but you don't have to.
Nobody who gets those subscription services.
I mean, can't you
I
just
don't.
can't
No.
you just go on YouTube and pop up this video?
I mean, why do you need porn when you have that?
I still don't get the
6 to
Dyson.
midnight.
I want to know beyond the helmet and the Dyson is who broke into her house and why is there wood on the window?
Tony, man, Barb.
Should we call and ask her?
I think we need an update
Maybe
on
she'll
that
make
whole...
a video. I'll ask her.
Could
to
she make
explain
an
it.
update as to why that video happened and why the helmet, the Dyson, and the hole in the window is there?
I will ask her. Dan, make a note to send Maria a message.
oh man.
All right. Next question. Jonathan A. Guzman.
Hey Fro, Guzman here from Fort Belvoir, Virginia. What I would want is a huge gift card from Adorama to buy whatever videography and photography equipment my heart desires. But I got a question for you. What would you really want from the holidays? See you later. Peace.
All I want for Christmas is Keira Knightley. I really do. I like Keira
You
Knightley.
love her.
Man, I love Keira Knightley.
Yeah.
God, I love her. No, really, for the holidays, it's just spend time with family. Really, family dinners
Yeah.
are good. I wish
Yep.
the family was bigger.
Well,
like
get
me.
on it.
I have a huge
Get on
family.
it.
Get on it.
I've been seeing a girl.
Ooh,
A girl, Todd.
an actual girl.
She's a real living girl. She's a
She's
real
not a
life
doll.
girl. No, she's a real life girl.
Did she come in a box?
No, she did not come in a box.
Okay. Not that real doll.
Or forget it. I'm not even going to go there. I had her watch some of the episodes. She's like, that's kind of vulgar.
What, RAWtalk?
Yeah.
Or the show?
Well,
Oh.
it started with Charlie Gluten, for God's sake.
Well-
That should have been bleeped.
Yeah, Dan. Way to
Next
go.
time we'll censor that.
All right. What do you guys... I'm going to forget you. He asked me.
Family.
Todd just wants gluten.
Just gluten. My mom was in town the other day. I was like, "Yeah, Mom, I need gluten-free stuffing and that gravy, that lots of gravy on my turkey." You know what I'm saying?
Well, usually they thicken that with
Flour.
flour. So
Yeah.
let me tell you something about the girl. She is like the perfect girl because
Oh God, now it's over.
she can't drink beer because she's gluten-free.
Keep in mind, there's gluten-free beer out there.
Yeah, but she's she likes wine, but she's allergic to like corn, so she can't have anything with corn
wow.
syrup. Can't have anything with corn syrup, which makes going out to eat. I'm not picky now because it's like, oh, you don't want to go there because you can't eat anything. Oh, that's not a problem. I'm sure I can find something.
Oh man, that stinks.
Oh,
we have to
dude.
go to the same place again.
Oh, you don't drink beer?
I guess we have to go to Pho again.
She liked pho a lot.
She's a keeper.
Well, we
gonna-
went and got cake. She couldn't eat the cake that I got you last week.
Damn it, yeah.
No, but no, it's so much better because I don't drink.
Charlize Gluten is her name, by the way.
I'm not I don't like drinking, so there's a lot of people that like to go out and drink. No fun. And being that she can't go out and drink, it's better. Dave Riganelli. Hi, Fro team. I'm looking to upgrade / add some gear, but only have the budget for one, and I'm looking for the best bang for my buck. Do I upgrade my 2010 MacBook Pro to a 2015 or 16 model, or do I upgrade my Nikon D7000 to a D500, or do I pick up a DJI Mavic? I'm thinking drone because I don't have one and would like to try taking aerial photos, but I'm unsure what would be the best. Thoughts? Absolutely not to the DJI Mavic.
I would say
That
MacBook all day.
Should be the last thing.
What does he do? I mean, what does he do?
So he
didn't
does
really-
landscape photos. He does stuff like that. I know them. I have a MacBook Pro from 13-inch from 2010 up there. That's remember trying to do work on that thing.
I mean, that's 7 years old at this point.
it is. It still works. I would not ever look at a drone. The drone is not what you need.
So editing photos on a laptop that old, it taxes the machine. You can notice it.
Well, yeah, but
Dude, Lightroom really
Yeah.
taxes the
Really?
machine. Even with a new machine, Lightroom is slow.
But I had my computer redone. Richie refreshed even the 2010 one, got everything off of it. It's just I don't even use the thing, but it's there.
Better? Faster?
It was faster as soon as he cleaned it up and upgraded to the latest software, which was great. I wouldn't look at the Mavic. I would consider upgrading to the D500 and then looking to get a refurbed MacBook Pro from the Apple Store for a lot less expensive.
Yeah.
At that point, because you can pick up a MacBook Pro refurb if you really want.
Like the one I have is
yeah.
the 2015, I think.
Do you want to read these?
Sure.
Top 5? Rapid fires?
David Eddington from Knightstown, Indiana. Hey, Jared and team, this Fast Blast is for all of you. Number 1, Snickers or Butterfinger?
Kit Kats.
Okay, that's not a choice, but...
I've never had a Butterfinger. What is that?
Really? You've never had a Butterfinger?
No. Bart
I thought you were
Simpson.
into that.
No.
I'm Snickers all day for this. How about you,
Steven
Todd?
loves Snickers.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of Snickers. If I had to choose a bar, I used to like, Hershey's bar's fine, but I like M&M's. I like Twix. And
Twix is awesome.
I can't eat Twix anymore because that really fucks with my stomach.
Really?
They got gluten in, man.
It's
They got
the
gluten
corn
in them
syrup,
cookies.
the cookie.
I haven't had a Twix in forever, though.
The Twix ruins me, but Kit Kats right in the freezer and right.
Yeah.
Oh,
Man, they got gluten too.
do I love it? But they don't hurt me. Kit Kats are amazing.
Yeah.
And speaking of amazing, I love the chocolate from M&M's, right? Did you know that M&M made a bar for a while? Came in a blue wrapper called an Amazing Bar.
I didn't know
I see
that.
Dan shaking his head again. It was it was
I just see his ball moving.
it was M&M chocolate with some M&Ms in it.
Really?
Yeah, it was just like it was it was amazing.
Why'd they stop it?
So obviously it didn't sell.
I'd buy it.
I like both, but Butterfingers get stuck in your teeth.
That's what I don't like
Yeah.
about them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Steak or chicken?
Okay, so
Here we go. It's always a tangent with this. It's always a
Not
tangent.
just one or the other.
no one or the other.
I mean, I'll take a fillet, a really good fillet at Burn's Steakhouse.
So steak.
I mean, I'll take chicken. I don't eat that much red meat anymore. Only on occasion when
You
we
have to
go
choose
out.
one or the other. Steak or
the
chicken?
best of the best.
Filet
Steak
or a
chicken?
really good piece of chicken?
Filet. You can't compare chicken to filet.
Todd?
Chicken.
Yeah. Oh, chicken?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm filet all day. Your idea of a getaway, taking a camera and going to the mountains or taking a camera and visiting a... He put 4G in city, but I think he meant foreign city.
Yeah, I'm taking a camera going to a foreign city all day. I can't take a thing. I can't go to the beach. It's not for me.
I think I would go to the mountains, or if there was a beach option, I'd go there.
No.
Todd?
Foreign country or mountain beach?
Foreign
It just
country
says going to
take
the
photos.
mountains or going and visiting a foreign city.
After being to Germany, I think I wouldn't mind going back to a foreign city.
Yeah.
I really like that. I mean, without the company, would have been a lot better. But
Yeah.
Boots or sneakers?
Well, I wear boots all day.
Sneakers, I guess.
Sneakers. That's all I wear.
Tide wears.
If you couldn't take pictures, this is a little open-ended. What job would you like to do?
I'd be in marketing or advertising or something.
I have no idea.
I mean, it's not like you take
Probably an
pictures
audio
anyway.
engineer or something. I always wanted to be a recording engineer.
Dude, why is this thing wet?
You're welcome.
Yeah, I was.
Do you realize what I'm wearing right now? I'm sweating like crazy.
Yeah, I used to do studio stuff. I was record label stuff.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I enjoyed radio.
if I didn't make the transition, I'd probably still be doing
Yeah.
music.
Anything sound related, I would say.
Yeah.
Andre Oliver. Hey, Fro, Todd, Steven, and Dan. Not a question. Just want to wish you guys a Merry Christmas and Happy Hanukkah. Thanks for making such a great... Yep, Happy Hanukkah.
Just
Thanks,
Merry Christmas.
Thanks for making such a great content. Thanks for making... Son of a bitch.
What, Dan?
Thanks for making such great content throughout the year and for that video mic go you guys gave me. Really?
Oh, yeah, we did.
Congratulations.
Oh, good
It's
for
been
you.
put to good use. Thanks for everything and keep up the good work.
You're
thanks
welcome,
for thanks
Andre.
for the video, by the way. Since you got a Video Mic Pro, you didn't want to send that in as a video?
Oh, yeah, you dick. One Eye Blind Media.
Third Eye Blind?
No. Do 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 do. My summer's cold. I was living.
That's Eve 6.
Oh.
I think. No.
Semi-time charm kind of life. Chris from NorCal. I've been reluctant to shoot portraits, but decided to try with green screen. Any chance of a combo photo video screen green tips video with Todd? Let me just say this right now. No, absolutely not. Green screen for still photos is the dumbest thing you could do. It looks so fake and so horrid and horrible.
Well, I mean, you got to do it properly.
No, it looks terrible.
He's
Do
saying
not
for
do it.
stills, not just for video.
Talking
Todd.
stills, Todd, not video.
Either
Video-
or, it's all about getting the cleanest thing. If you
Lighting.
if you can get the biggest, yeah, I mean, white wouldn't be bad for photo to cut people out. But you got to get
But-
people away from the screen and light them out, separate them.
Yep.
It's more complicated than just going and taking a good goddamn photo.
I think it'd be way easier just doing it on a white backdrop.
I think
seamless.
white for photo. I think white as
Yeah.
well because I wouldn't want to risk the green bleed.
Oh, the
That's
green
the green
reflection's
tint.
going to bounce right
yeah.
back.
Yep.
Skylar Dyer. Hey, Fro, I noticed in some of your last few videos you attached your tripod and black rapid strap to the mount on your body instead of the tripod collar on your 70 to 200. Aren't you worried it will put extra stress on your lens mount, or is it beefier on a D500 so you don't have to worry about it? So yes, it's beefier on the D5, yes, but I still would attach. I would never put a 300-2.8 on there, so I would never attach it to that. I'm always going to attach it to the body. And here's the reason I like to change lenses and change lenses often. If I'm trying to change lenses and I'm attached to the tripod mount, I can't change. I have to unhook to change.
Can't do it
here,
quickly.
I can just quickly change. So that's it. I've been using it for years. You've seen me knock on wood here and spin around. I've been perfectly fine with
Yeah, it totally
with it.
depends on your line of photography, your line of work. For us, when we're switching lenses really fast and quickly, you need to put it on the body itself. Now, it does scare me that it loosens the mount or something like that if you put it on there versus the 70-200.
I'm constantly careful with that. Dan,
Wide
get my
angle
wheel,
lens,
please.
I don't care, but yeah, 70-200, it's rough.
I mean, I'm very careful. And when it's not like I leave it hanging there the whole time.
Yeah.
If I'm directing somebody, I'll hang it there. If I'm walking through a crowd, I am holding
Me
it
too.
all the time. I don't just let it hang there.
Yep.
Zach Fitzsimmons. Online photography classes, worth it or a waste of money? Depends on which ones you take, of course. Our classes are not online. All I hear are jingle bells right now.
He's trying so hard to walk slowly, too.
You might as well just walk, Dan.
I thought that was his nipple rings.
It depends on the online classes. I would not take a New York Institute of Photography class and pay the money that they want you to pay to take their course in a box class. I'm a big fan of what we offer. I think our classes are great. I'm also a fan of what you could find on YouTube. But if you want a specific class, there is no reason why you shouldn't pick up one of our guides if you're looking for something with what we do. I lay it for $67 for the FroKnowsPhoto Guide to Getting Out of Auto. You can't exactly go wrong. And if you use the code FRO47 off until December 31st, by the way, you'll get 47% off the FroKnowsPhoto Beginner Guide to Getting Out of Auto. I probably should have plugged this early in the show.
Probably.
And the it's all good. And the FroKnowsPhoto Guide to DSLR Video is FRO47 off. Dan, Fro, lowercase, 47, number, off, lowercase, all one word up on the screen. If you do that, you can get 47%. It actually tells you on the page what code to use. For $67 for that class to get out of auto.
It's great.
So many people have taken advantage of buying that guide, the original one. And the crazy thing is, like, you think about, should we update it? But it's the basic information.
Still looks great.
The only things that we would
Everything's
update,
there.
well, we would shoot it a little
We
different.
would update your jeans.
Yes, my jeans and shoes were
Yeah.
atrocious.
Yeah, we would definitely do that.
And you were much calmer when you talked, too. You weren't projecting as much as you
Not
do now.
off camera, though.
I wish
That's 'cause
you
he
had a
barely
behind
knew
the
us.
scenes.
That's because he barely knew us then.
He was so calm.
Yeah, he barely
It
knew
shocks me.
or Matt Martin.
So I wish everybody knew the story behind that
I wasn't
video.
there for that shooting. I wish I was there.
I mean, we've told it a few times, I think, how Todd and I met for one, and then this shoot. I came in with an outline. And by an outline, I mean one page of
No outline.
do something about ISO, aperture, and shutter speed. And then let's show up in New Hope and go to this train
Figure it
place
out
to
there.
shoot. And then they kicked us out real quick, and I was like, where are we going? And then we went to a park, and then we spent a couple days in the park, and then we finished that, and then we didn't finish the shoot, and I thought that it was going to suck because it went so poorly. And then Todd sent me a cut of the swing set scene, and I was like, oh my God, this really got really good.
Hashtag
I do
crushed
love
it.
the explanation of the ISO triangle, or the exposure triangle, where
With
he's
the
sitting in the
multiple
chair,
meanings.
and there's
Guide.
the multiple personalities, and that's great.
That's
that was
when
smart.
Dan put a pen behind one of my photos and got yelled at.
That's funny.
So speaking of your editing, I watched with Maddie last night the not Maddie B, by the way.
Damn it. I wish it was.
I watched I was showing her editing stuff that you did. I went back and found the American Dream video.
Oh yeah.
Dan, you can run some of this. It's called Cyanide, the band SINIA, Cyanide, and it's American Dream. I am dumbfounded about what you were able to do with that video.
You just gave him, like, random footage,
We
right?
gave him
Editor
a week's
ever.
worth
Crushed
of
it.
random
Crushed edit.
footage from a Nikon D7000
No color
and my
correction.
photos, and nothing. And Todd built a story that video is incredible. The story that is built out of that from what we gave him is insane.
Well, that's what we were talking about last week about how important story is. Like all this gear and all this planning and all the buttons you push doesn't matter if you don't have an idea of what story you want to tell. So go out and tell the best story for your new year, people.
No matter what gear you have.
No matter what gear you
So
have.
that's it. Let's get to Wheel of FRO because
Let's do it.
that's flying solo for the year. Next year, new changes, new shit,
Big things.
new shit,
Big
new
things.
shit, new shit. On the wheel. Hey, look, we've got Rode microphones. Rode
Roads.
microphones. We use them each and every week, right here, right now, right meow. We use them. We give them away because people like them. Go check them out.
We'll be hanging with them in a few weeks.
Yeah, in the Las Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna
We've
get
got
arrested.
What?
What?
Huh?
Gonna
What'd you
get
say?
arrested?
Who?
What?
Kessler Crane. Go to KesslerCrane.com/fro. Use the code FRO10 to get 10% off. I noticed that Dan's putting they're dropping down from the top of the screen.
They've always been dropping down.
I've never seen it.
No. Way better
Did
than
you used to
Steven.
do that?
Yes.
No.
Oh, I've never
Steven
watched
didn't
that
do
part of the
that.
show.
always.
I
It's
watched
always
some of the
been like
show
that.
yesterday, and it was funny.
Dude, you should watch it every week.
It's funny.
You're welcome.
I've been watching Man in the High Castle and
I have to catch up on
Good
that.
Girl Revolt.
Yeah.
9.
We've got Spin Again, then you got the Canon printer. Thank you to Canon. If it ever lands on that, you'll get a free printer. It did land on that like the first week.
Yeah.
Adaramapix.com. That's where we got the metal print from the FroKnowsPhoto
Photo
show.
show.
We've got...
I saw you're going to give some of those away.
Yes. Think Tank...
Thanks for the info.
We've got Think Tank Photo. Go to Think Tank Photo. Check out all the photo bags that we use. We've got audioblocks.com/go/fro. You've got the store.froknowsphoto.com to pick up any of the I Shoot Raw shirts and more. Rode microphone once again. Next we have Lexar. We use all the memory cards there. So you've got your compact flash card, your SD, micro SD, CFast, XQD,
readers.
but the readers are the best.
The modular,
buy the
smart
damn
hub.
module readers. If you're oh my
Thunderbolt.
god, do not buy a shitty card reader that could compromise your card and your data. You spend all. I'm not even gonna go in there. Just do it. Fro prize, you win my face. Hoya. We got squarespace.com/go/fro. We got videoblocks.com/go/fro, and we got the Fro bag that you can get at store. Todd, did I forget anything? Yes. What did I forget, Todd?
Video guides!
Imagine if that was in 360.
Oh man.
So let's spin the wheel. Is that get Steven, you want to get that one?
right on the track again.
Dan's going to get it. I'm going to spin the wheel.
Steven looks like Cameron.
Camera. All right, let's spin the wheel.
I'm ready, bro.
Hanukkah Harry.
Should I spin it backwards today?
Sure.
Yeah, sure.
What are you doing?
Dan broke
Tony,
it.
one day it's just gonna
Dan broke
snap
it.
off and go out the window.
You got one up there. Around and around it goes. Where it stops, nobody knows. It's about to stop on an amazing prize.
Come on.
Amazing prize. Okay.
Amazing.
All right, I want to spin again. So we're going to give him that prize and something else. Well, I like when it lands on somebody else, too.
I know.
Because we give our stuff away all the time.
That's true.
Okay. Number 2.
Take that, Scooter the dog. Around and round it goes. Where it stops, nobody knows. If it stops on my face again, we're in trouble.
That's what she said?
Oh! Congratulations. Jeff Key wanted a bag. Instead,
He
he's
didn't get
getting
a
my
bag.
guides. And he's getting audioblocks.com/go/fro. Audioblocks. It's kind of where this audio came from. And it reminds me of a video of Maria dancing at the end of the... Remember
The giveaway.
The giveaway. When we were all cheering. And
was
Todd
awesome.
broke the background stand.
Yep, the
All right,
best.
Dan, get this out of the way because we are about to do... Congratulations to Jeff Key. Next year, maybe we'll change the wheel up and do some other stuff.
Next year we'll land on your bag finally.
We don't know
Yes.
what's going to happen.
Please.
But let's get to memes.
Let's do it.
Todd, what are we starting with this week?
Well, we've got a whole ton of Christmas-themed memes, but the first thing we have is from our good buddy Steven Sanchez, who's been working diligently on some caricatures for us.
Night and day, man.
And he was inspired by us talking about caricatures at one point, and the first video there will explain.
All right, here we go.
You know what I would like to have? If anybody does caricatures out there, I'd love to have caricatures of these people. So that when they call in,
I do caricatures.
your
awesome.
picture
Their
comes
name
up on the
pops up
phone,
on the
like
screen.
on the phone now,
Yeah.
like the news.
So send those caricatures to noah@FroKnowsPhoto.com.
Taco Bell Becky.
Meredith.
Number 2, Meredith.
Did you see the gun?
I got the job. I'm so excited.
Oh, that guy's nuts.
Oh,
He's
man.
the best.
Sanchez-
So, the next thing he sent in just in time for Christmas, Hanukkah, is our picture of Harry Hanukkah with
Hanukkah Harry.
Hanukkah Harry with baby Fro on his lap.
Oh,
Right now
man.
they're bargaining. Can I
He's
get
haggling
you
him
just
down.
half of a He-Man? Do you need all the He-Man, or can I get like something else?
Can I call something out on this thing that I'm not sure that he may have done this? Sanchez, is the chair supposed to be similar to a Torah?
That's what I was thinking,
Because
too.
the scroll is the backing of the chair, the scroll from a
sure.
Torah.
I'm
That's
sure
what
it
I
is.
thought
Yeah.
it was.
He's a smart man. The next one is just in time for Christmas.
Yes!
He-Fro.
Yes, you're Mirror Man, Steven.
I don't know who that is.
You're Mirror Man.
He's Merman.
Oh, Merman.
And look, Merman has an earring in his ear.
Todd is Man of Arms.
Yeah, 12,800 on my chest.
And Orko.
That's Dan.
Orko. Oh my God, He-Man is so amazing.
That's Mr.
I got the power of Grayskull.
When I saw that, I was like, "That is unbelievable." Dan, make sure you put his his social
YouTube.
media stuff and his YouTube channel and all that on the screen.
God,
Next thing we got here, this is called from Steven as well. Water retention.
Oh, my God.
Why
can't I retain water?
Nubbins back there.
Yeah, I love how
Jared's
Todd's
trying to
jacked.
explode.
Look at Todd's purple pants.
Look at Todd's nipples.
Look at my nub. Look at my nub in my
Nubbins.
pants.
Your little nugget.
The next one is called Yeah Yeah.
What the?
It says, I don't sweat the simple stuff, I just blur them out. Yeah, yeah. That's also from Steven. Exactly.
Why is my head huge? I got like a 6 head
The
there.
next one, now this is what he's been working on. The next one here is Meredith.
God.
That is Meredith. And you'll see him whenever he calls in now.
What does his gun say?
Gun rack.
No, but on the actual gun itself. You will marry her? Is that what it says?
It does say you will marry her. Yep. That's Meredith right there. Next
the
one is
drone.
Naruto. He's making a little phone call.
Taking a selfie?
We'll be using that in the future. You probably saw that today.
Look at his girl.
And last but not least is my friend Taco Bell Becky.
Oh my God.
She's got a tattoo of me on her leg. Thank you very much.
12,800.
For life. What? Is that a burrito in her hand?
She's got a burrito, yeah.
Oh my God, look at that
God.
belly. Is she
Intel-
pregnant or is she
By
just
the way,
fat?
no, she's not pregnant. It says Intel on the dumpster.
Intel.
Stay in focus.
Oh, man.
Anyway.
He's a super fan.
So that is amazing. Thank you, Steven
Wait,
Sanchez.
is that Todd on her leg, or is
Yes.
that
Yeah,
or
I
is
think
that
that's
a
me.
rabbi with peachs?
both. It's both.
All right, what's next?
So that's that. That's Steven. Thank you, Steven, for all those. You can check him
Sanchez,
out
man.
on Instagram and on his YouTube
He's
channel.
incredible.
Next thing we have is from Basti Herman. This is the Jared's Christmas card. Fro. A Merry Christmas to you. P.S. Look at my guns. How big they are. Well, at least 2 of them are. Tiny little nutcracker. Next one's from Ben Garthercole. This is Frog 1.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Nice.
Your fro is
it's
the
a Death
Death
Star.
Star.
I love that my photo of Todd is getting used. Also,
Oh, that's us in the
that's
background from the Grand Canyon.
from the Grand Canyon.
Yep.
Anybody see the movie yet?
No, I heard great things.
Well, I haven't watched a trailer. I haven't watched anything. I can't wait
Did
to
you
go
see what
see
it says at the bottom?
What?
A Jared Polin ego trip. Frog 1. I just realized that.
It's exactly right. The next one is from Dex. I don't remember exactly who it was. But apparently I've got presents for you. It's for both of you. It's 2 pussies. Next one's from Mark Neal. This is for your holiday cake. If your mom wants to make something special for the holidays, get a cock cake.
So speaking of cock cake, my mom,
What is happening?
my mom used to make erotic chocolate.
Oh, you did say this before.
So she'd be in the kitchen and she'd have
I forgot about that.
She'd have molds of dicks on a stick, chocolate cocks, and big breasts that she would pour different colors depending on what
Equal
skin tone
opportunity.
you want.
Yep.
And then she would paint the nipples into the chocolate mold so that they were different colors.
Who bought these?
She would give them as gifts to her teacher friends, or some of them were too prude and they would not, approve of it. But she used to make erotic chocolate. If the internet was really around then and she had a store like an Etsy store,
big.
Yeah.
she probably would have been big. Like those gummy dicks. The
Yeah.
gummy dicks became huge.
Yep.
Do they?
Didn't
When
we
you
get
rub
them? Didn't someone send them in?
No, we never got gummy dicks because I would have eaten that whole bag.
Not because they're gummy candy either.
No, because I love gummy bears.
Next one. This is from Panayotis. Told me that's how he spells his name. This is Meredith Claus. I said Merry Christmas, you son of a bitch.
For Todd, Meredith.
Meredith for Todd.
Of course, he has on those the fucking dog, man.
Like aviators?
Yeah, no, he's got the glasses that change from light to dark in this light, which always look like the Jeffrey Dahmer glasses.
I hate those. Man,
The
next one is from
Scooter's going ham.
Next one's from Sadie. This is Bad Fro 2. It's funny. That's actually me. That's not the kid from the show. That's what I
Coming
look
down
like.
your chimney.
That's
Bad
what I look
Fro
like in my
2.
shirt.
Look at me, I'm a little elf.
Look at you. Next one is from Tom Benden.
geez,
poor
wait, hold on.
Maria. It's kind of like Mystery Science 3000.
I wonder who's watching.
I hope
Don't
there's
put
no
that strap up. Do not put that strap
Oh
back
no,
up.
you ruined it. What if Maria takes the video down?
Is somebody going to hold up a dollar?
Well, I was waiting to see what would happen at the end.
How long does this go
one's
on
long.
for?
I think
This
if
is
you
long.
skip ahead, you can see what happens. It gets out of
Wait, I never
focus.
got this far in the video.
And this is, can we leave now, Todd?
Wait, is this in slow motion?
I don't think so.
Or wonder who the perverted guys were?
Did you see the very end when it?
Oh, it changes to us.
Yeah.
Nice picture, Steven. Nice picture, Todd.
That's
Can
like
we
my
leave now,
senior
Todd?
portrait.
Which I love.
Okay, now we can.
Now the last thing, Jared, you're gonna have to copy and paste this into your browser.
So that's us dancing?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no. Really? They let you do that? That's so sacrilegious. That's so...
I love Steven dancing.
It looks like how we dance, too. Is that a
Crushing.
bench on a bench?
Jared just has a straight face the entire time. Oh, Todd does too right there.
I dance really serious.
Good moves. Good moves, guys.
Oh, Steven was trying to kiss me.
That's too
No, you saw that?
That's it, right?
That's all.
Wow.
That was all of the Christmas festivities.
So those are the memes, man. When did we institute memes? Sometime this year?
Yeah.
Well,
this
it
year.
started with the singing at first and then somehow transitioned to memes.
Yeah, I really like Bad Fro 2. I thought that was good.
Yeah, they were all really good. I mean, there were so many this week. Sanchez, again, just freaking crushed it, man.
Yeah,
So you guys picked two people to give it away to.
Frog 1 was good.
I thought Frog 1 was really solid. That took a lot of time and effort. The Bad Fro 2 was also awesome.
but
would
I
say
gotta
those
give it.
two.
I gotta give it to the Christmas card as well.
The Christmas card was pretty funny, too. Yeah, that's 3 right there.
So if that's what you're doing,
Those three.
So Basti Herman with the Christmas card. Then we had Ben Gathercole. Oh, didn't he win before?
Probably.
For the Frog 1.
When you're good, you're
And
good.
last we had Sade with Bad Fro number 2.
I think that's Sadie. Or
Sadie.
maybe it's Sade.
Sade.
Sade. Sade.
Ladies
Sadie.
and gentlemen, it's Mambo number 5. So, if you'd like to send in your memes over the New Year's, because this is our last show, send it to singwheelofro@gmail.com. We appreciate the...
Go ahead.
Yeah, hairball.
Froball.
We appreciate you guys sending in all those things and participating throughout the year. We look forward to being back next year with more shows.
God willing.
Hopefully.
Gotta wait all the way till next year to watch the next episode.
Yeah, this is the last... Is this the last episode? When does this come out? I'm
this
putting
will
this
come
out
out
on
Christmas Eve, I think you said.
Christmas Eve?
A day early, like a bonus.
When's Christmas? Oh, that's Saturday.
That's Saturday.
Oh, it's a day early.
That's what I just said.
Yeah, I'm going to do that.
That's usually, yeah.
Yeah. So you guys are watching early. It's your Christmas bonus gift.
Yeah.
And then the year starts to wrap up, and then we get ready to do what we're going to do.
And then we'll come back, I think, the first week of January. Might be the second week by then.
I don't even know where we're going.
We're going to record the first episode, I think, January 4th.
Yeah.
What if I'm not here?
Why won't you be here?
Oh, what if I decide to just leave?
Then we won't record it.
Then we'll
Good.
thank God that our prayers have been answered.
Shut up, Todd. So,
Thank you, Santa. You gave me what I wanted.
So we want to wish you guys a happy holidays and a happy and healthy new year.
Yep.
We want to be back with some new stuff and keep on keeping on. We appreciate you guys for watching year in and year out. Or, I mean, it has been years now at 209.
Yeah.
So thank you guys very much.
We may or may not be here in this specific location.
We don't know where we'll be.
When we come back.
We shall see what happens.
Who knows?
We don't know what the future holds.
Yeah.
Maybe you can hold the future.
Sure.
Whatever that means.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Happy New Year.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Happy Hanukkah.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Happy Hanukkah.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.
All right.
Merry Christmas.
Jared Polin. Scooter wants to wish you a happy holiday also.
And we have to open Dan's gifts, too.
And we'll open Dan's gifts at the very end if you guys want to stick around for that.
Mm-hmm.
And let's call it a day. Jared Polin. FroKnowsPhoto.com. See ya.
Thank you.
Hey, so these are gluten-free, dude?
Oh, they're gonna suck. Oh my gosh.
They're gonna suck.
I would have taken the full of gluten ones, Dan.
I would have tasted the good ones first.
Oh,
Dude, I can't tell the difference ever.
So these are sweeter.
Is that a
They
bad
have
thing?
a different consistency.
Mm.
Right, and they don't get they're not bad, Dan. Oh.
yours
they do.
Yours have poison.
I thought you just said they didn't. Oh, okay. Cool. I was gonna say, yeah, 'cause I can't tell.
Oh, they're good.
Oh, dude. See, we should open these during the show.
We are.
Yeah, at the way in. He gave me a Star Wars Lego.
Nice. I got a better one.
Oh, you dick.
Mine's way better.
I got the dark side.
I got the good one.
Is this Nerf? It's not Nerf. Oh.
Wait, what is that?
It's a floating target.
Is that like a menorah?
No, it's a floating...
Doesn't it kind of look like it?
It's a Jewish target.
Oh, I see. That's pretty cool.
Awesome. Thank you, Dan.
Thank you, Dan.
Thank you, Dan.
I'm gonna eat all these right now. And then I'm gonna shit my pants because there's actually gluten in them.